When I found out I was going to be having a kid, I was freaking out. I had no idea what I was going to do. I never thought this would ever happen to me. I didn't know who I should tell, what I need to get and buy. The most difficult thing that happened during the pregnancy was the car crash that happened. This guy that was drunk and high under the influence crashed into my wife, and ambulance came and took her to the hospital, and I went with. The most scary part was when the doctors were trying to find our baby's heartbeat, because we already had our ultrasounds before and knew the baby was in healthy condition. And when the nurse was using her machine to find the heartbeat, she was having difficulty. But then another doctor came in and found it really quickly. So then it finally happened. My wife's water broke. I was freaking out. I had it was easier to think about when I had plenty of months to plan this, but when it all happened, it seemed to be happening so fast. She was freaking out, so I was trying to stay calm. And then she called me to her side, and I held her hand. And when I saw him, I felt like a father, actually seeing my son. And we didn't even know it was going to be a son. We wanted to be surprised, and when I found it, it was just I was in tears. After he was born, we were just exhausted. We just wanted to lay down with him between us, and so got to spend a night with our kid, and he just slept nice and peacefully, and then we finally went home. When we went home, we were at our house for about a week. Then our son James, his skin was turned yellow, and he was looking pretty skinny and frail, and we didn't know what was going on. So we took him to the hospital because it was his week checkup, and they said he was having jaundice, which is common for babies when they're just born. What had to happen was we just put him in this little machine where they had these blue lights shine on him, and he had to be there for many hours at a time, and we'd only take him out when we were going to feed him. The next day, James looked really fine, and he looked like his normal self again, so we took him home, and he didn't have anything bad since then. And now we're just two really happy parents with a very lucky kid.